Good morning, students of class 9. Previous class exercise 6.2 up to question number 3 we have done. Today we are starting from question number 4. Just see the figure. In the question it is given angle PQR is 110 degree, angle RST is given 130 degree. You have to find angle QRS, that means this angle you have to find. And another information is given, that is PQ is parallel to ST, that two lines are parallel. So we have extended on the from S point this side extended and from Q point this side extended. So these two lines are coming parallel, and through the point R also we have drawn one line which is parallel to PW. Okay, so given here we have written PQ is parallel to ST. Extra construction we have done, that is draw a line parallel to ST through the point R. Through the point R we have drawn one line which is parallel to ST, this line. Okay, so it will come XT is parallel to PW is parallel to UV. Now PW is parallel to UV and QR, if we will take transversal, then angle PQR and equal to angle QRV. That means this angle and this angle will come alternate interior angle. So if this angle 110 degree, this angle will come also 110 degree QRV. So that is written and make it 1. Now RST plus SRV, sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree, because if these two lines are parallel and this is the transversal, sum of these two angles is 180 degree because they are forming consecutive interior angle. So it is written angle RST plus angle SRV equal to 180 degree. Sum of the consecutive interior angles is 180 degree. Now RST is given 130 degree, so we have put it 130. SRV, that angle is not given, so SRV written equal to 180. So SRV is coming 50 degree. This angle up to this it is coming 50 degree. Now QRV, this angle QRV means QRS plus SRV. So QRV means what? 110 degree. Using 1 we have got, and QRS we will keep it as same, and SRV is 50 degree. So using 1 and 2. So angle QRS is coming 110 minus 50. So angle QRS is equal to 60 degree. That angle you have to find. So 60 degree it's coming. Now question number 6. That question is proof. So you have to understand properly. So in the given question, that figure is given here. These two are mirrors. PQ and RS are the mirrors. What is happening here? An incident ray AB is coming and it strikes at the point B. After striking this in this mirror, it's reflected and this rays moves along the path BC, and then again in the mirror RS at the point C it's reflects, and then along the path CD it's going. In physics you have done that incident ray and refracted ray, so that way you have to understand. So this is incident ray and this is refracted ray. Now for solving this you have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. So when we have to prove that two lines are parallel, any of the four properties we have to prove. Parallel lines means the four properties, what they are: corresponding angles, alternate interior angle, alternate exterior angle, and consecutive interior angle. So if two lines are parallel, it will be easy. If we will prove that alternate interior angles are equal, then easily we can say AB is parallel to CD. That means if these two lines are parallel, you have to prove. So here you have to prove that angle ABC, this angle, and angle BCD, this angle, are alternate interior angle. So first we have written given PQ is parallel to RS. What is given in your question? Ray AB strikes PQ at B, reflected ray moves along BC and strikes RS at C and again reflects along CD. What is given? Now to prove AB is parallel to CD, one construction we have to do, that is we have to draw BL which is perpendicular to PQ and CM which is perpendicular to RS. This is the normal. In physics you have done when reflected ray, incident ray and reflected ray is there in the middle on the mirror, we have to draw one normal, and normal is perpendicular to the mirror. So here BL is perpendicular to PQ and CM is perpendicular to RS. So if these two are normal, that means BL is parallel to CM, that is also we have written. Since PQ is parallel to RS, so BL will be parallel to CM. So in construction we have written this. Now proof. So what we will write, since BL is parallel to CM and BC is the transversal, since these two are parallel and this is the transversal, so it's coming angle LBC equal to angle MCB. That means this angle equal to this angle. These two lines are parallel and this is the transversal. So these two angles are forming alternate interior angle. Make it 1. Now angle ABL equal to angle CBL, because we know that incident angle equal to refracted angle. That means these two, I equal to R you have done in physics. So this angle equal to this angle, that is written here angle ABL equal to angle CBL, because these two are angle of incidence equal to angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. And similarly angle BCM equal to angle DCM. These two angles are also equal. This is 2 and this is 3. Both the regions are angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Now using 1 and 2. Using 1 and 2, what we will get? LBC and CBL both are equal angles. So from 1 and 2 we can write angle ABL equal to angle MCB. Written, make it A. Now using A and 3, what we have done, see that BCM and MCB both are equal. So we can write DCM equal to ABL. So we have written here ABL equal to DCM, make it 4. Now what we have to do? 1 plus 4. If we will do 1 plus 4, it's coming left side LBC plus ABL equal to angle MCB plus DCM. Now LBC plus ABL, so it's coming ABC, so we can write it, and here MCB plus DCM, so it's coming BCD. So that means this angle and this angle are equal and they are forming alternate interior angle, so we can say AB is parallel to CD. These are alternate interior angle and they are equal, so AB is parallel to CD. So in this way the steps you have to practice, otherwise that proof you cannot do in exam. So what we have to take using 1 and 2 and then A and 3, so on that way you have to practice it many times. Okay.